One of the biggest media deals is happening right now that could possibly reshape the entirety of movie releases, and they may have finally tied the bow on it. Warner Brothers is currently about to get bought out by Netflix, and it's like very likely to happen. Unless another bid comes in that's even higher than theirs, but that's not likely. Which, yes, means that all of the DC releases will just be thrown out to Netflix, but they will not have full control over the TV programs like HBO, CW, or TBS. And they also won't receive their full catalog of movies yet. There are talks about Warner Brothers splitting into two different studios, one for the TV side, one for the streaming side. But altogether, at the end of the day, they'll likely all just fall onto Netflix's lap. And they'll eventually have the entire catalog, like Powerpuff Girls, the old Teen Titans, Game of Thrones, etc. And Netflix is very serious about this, as it's a huge deal, and they even implemented a breakup fee of $5 billion. Chump change. Also, side note, a breakup fee is if the deal doesn't actually happen, and if it falls through, they gotta pay that fee. With this being in exclusive talks, it's not yet finalized, but it's pretty damn close to it. What does this mean for the DC universe, though? Good question. Until further notice, James Gunn is still spearheading the DC cinematic universe, and I suppose that they would just release them onto Netflix, and they'll just be Netflix originals. Scary title. Name me 5 good Netflix originals. But if that is what happens, does that mean there's no theatrical release? I don't think so. I think what they'll likely do is still have them in theaters because that means more money, and then they'll probably just throw Netflix in the credits and be like a Netflix original, and then, we all roll our eyes and continue eating our popcorn. With this deal coming to fruition, a lot of companies in the industry are nervous. And some even went to the US Congress to try to get this to not happen. Their thoughts is that they think that Netflix having all of this content to distribute, it will almost create like a monopoly. Obviously not the same as a monopoly, but they have a lot of power. On the other hand, Paramount has stated that the bid war kind of felt a little bit biased to Netflix, as they had like an internal management buddy system. Also, this brings up the thought of prices going up for Netflix, because they also have HBO, which will likely be a bundle. All in all, there is a lot to take in with this. There's a lot of content that's going to be going to Netflix that really we don't have answers to many questions that we have. So I'm, I guess, excited to see where this turns out. I don't know. It's a big situation.